So what you're about to see is little Danielle Blakey here. On his last day of work, before he quits his job, he decides to throw the nastiest insult ever at the Conservatives. Now, he's not quitting his political career entirely. He's going to take a job with Wab Kinew in Manitoba, but I'm wondering if he's going to lose that job after what he just said here. Now, to set this up, at the end of question period, Danielle Blakey yells something across the way at some of the Conservative members. It's really hard to hear. You can't really hear what he said, but it's obviously very insulting. And then he's asked to speak, and, well, listen to what he says.
The honourable member from Chilliwack Hope is rising on a point of order.
Mr. Speaker, during question period, the member from Elmwood Transcona issued a repulsive, vulgar, and unparliamentary remark to members of the Conservative opposition. I would like, through you, to ask him to withdraw those repulsive remarks.
Mr. Speaker, in the course of expressing concerns for the tongue of certain Conservative members that I feared would get stuck in the backside of their leader as he exited the chamber, I did indeed use unparliamentary language. And for that...
That's just vile, man. If you listen to that back, there's like, some of them are howling like monkeys. Listen to it again.
In the course of expressing concerns for the tongue of certain Conservative members that I feared would get stuck in the backside of their leader as he exited the chamber, I did indeed use unparliamentary language. And for that...
You hear it's like, ah, ah, ah. It sounds like monkeys. It's just vile, dude. Perhaps that gives us a little window into the weekend adventures of Danielle Blakey.
The honourable member from Elmwood Transcona is an experienced member of this House. That language evokes an image which is clearly unparliamentary. I'll ask the honourable member to rise to his feet and to forthwith withdraw those comments.
I do unconditionally apologize for the comments, although I do insist on the important...
That's not an apology.
I do, Mr. Speaker. I withdraw those comments.
I thank the honourable member.
Look at that smug smile, little Danielle Blakey. What a disgusting, dirty, vile beast that doesn't belong in there.
For that.
If you're not familiar with this guy, anytime in the House of Commons he stands up and speaks, he's like a big bully. He just says whatever he wants. He's not tactical at all. He's just like a jerk, like an absolute idiot every time he speaks. So I'm not really surprised that he's got a vile tongue like that. But to say in the House of Commons, take away his pension. See what little Danielle Blakey thinks of that. So the next day, Danielle Blakey does a press conference here when then he quits his job.
What's happening with your career right now, please?
I do indeed. Today I announced that I'll be vacating my seat as the Member of Parliament for Elmwood Transcona effective March 31st to go work with the new government of Wab Kinew in Manitoba as the Senior Advisor on Intergovernmental Affairs.
This is very bizarre because he can't be moving over laterally. He's got to be taking a pay cut to do that, to go from federal to provincial. This is not... It's just very, unless he, I don't know, it doesn't make a lot of sense, man.
Why the transition time now, other than obviously the new government?
Yeah, well, I'm really proud of all the work that we've done as a caucus here in Ottawa under Jagmeet Singh, and I'm really excited by the work that the government of Wab Kinew is going to be doing in Manitoba. For me personally, this is an opportunity to continue on in the same vein of work, working for people, trying to have better public policy, but to get to do it from a position where I'm closer to home and I get to see a lot more of my young children and my wife and support her in her career as well.
The NDP caucus is split.
So that's the reason there. He wants to be closer to his wife, his kids, etc.
You used some, I believe, unparliamentary language, the Speaker called it today. Was this, I think you were describing the Leader of the Opposition, if I got that right? Or I'm still trying
I was expressing concern for certain members of his caucus that I felt might end up getting dragged out behind him by their tongues.
And I believe you apologized for that, is that correct?
I did indeed.
Was that a parting shot, or considering we've got so few signals?
That was impulsive, and I think, you know, with hindsight, perhaps not the best day to do something like that.